What's going on, everybody? It's Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. An amazing earnings season continues with AMC beating the estimates. In this video, I want to take a look at exactly what happened today. Up over 8%. A little bit of action happening after hours. I think there was a little bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news. Plus, there was a massive buy order we're going to go over in just a minute. And then we're going to take a look at the actual earnings report, because the guidance of the company was even more important than the actual numbers. So let's get right into it. First off, beautiful day for AMC. We had a couple pullbacks intraday, but it hung strong throughout the entire day. If I jump over here to the 10-minute chart, it just gives you a better look. Look at these blocks. These are all buying blocks. A little bit of profit taking coming in here. You probably had some guys or some big guys that didn't want to hold through the earnings, but massive blocks throughout the entire day. These are charts that I absolutely love to see because there's no sellers. When I was looking at the level twos, all right, and watching the tape, there were no sellers. This was all buying, buying, buying. Now, a couple things could be happening in the after hours. The first thing I want to mention is this screenshot I had to take really quickly. 5 minutes before earnings were reported, there was a 353,000 share buy order. Now, I've mentioned it in my last video, all right, that unfortunately us as the retail, we're always, last privy to the information, and somebody knew exactly what the report was going to be. Chances are they bought, and I don't know if they hung on to this or they immediately sold into the pop. They bought at 45. If they sold that many shares right into the pop, that is a $700,000 profit in literally the matter of 8 or 9 minutes. As you can see, the biggest volume candle we had was 273,000 shares. So the volume was not nearly high enough for this, this one seller to be able to get out of their position without any slippage happening, and it immediately pulled back. But all of this got bought up. We're still hanging around the $45 mark. If you take a look at where we stand on the daily chart, I had said that we were going to test that 43, 44 level of resistance right here because we made that higher low coming into it. We have confirmation of the MACD. I hope you can, let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see this around my face. We have confirmation of the MACD that we are now in another confirmed uptrend, and we blasted through that previous level of resistance. As you can see, I'll draw a line right here through it. Next one up is about that. It's gonna be a $50 psychological level, and then head to that $52 level of resistance. Now let's get into the earnings report. I'm gonna talk about the numbers first. $763 million of revenue for quarter three, and that beats the $708 million revenue estimates. All right, so that is about an 8 or 9% beat. When you look at earnings per share, all right, their losses were estimated at negative 53 cents, and they reported a negative 44 cents. So they are slowly managing their money a little bit better. They're cutting some of their overheads, all right, and their profit margin is becoming, it's still in the negative, but it's narrowing. So they're not burning nearly as much. Now let's take a look at some of the details. Couple things I want to point out to you right here. And our net loss and adjusted EBITDA for the most recent quarter saw a 35% and a 96% improvement over the second quarter of 2021. The second quarter of 2021, and a 75% and 98% improvement over a comparable third quarter. Well, comparable third quarter, absolutely. And we've talked about this because the coronavirus was in full effect and none of their theaters were open. But the second quarter, they still had a lot of action going on. The theaters were open, vaccines were rolling out. All right, and the recovery plays, the reopening was in full, and not I want to say in full effect, but it was getting there. So they did have some action happening. Well, this was also good here. They said approximately 99% of its, or 100% of its domestic theaters, and 99%, all right, were opening, which was good. It is the first time, or the first quarter that theaters were open entirely. So seeing that they're burning a little bit less capital has been a good sign, because that was the only thing that analysts or the bid guys or the hedge funds shorting this stock were really against, the fact that they would never be able to show positive. Their EBITDA would always be hammered. Well, these are massive improvements. There was good guidance. They still have more than 1.8 billion, all right, in cash and in revolving credit lines, undrawn revolving credit lines, which is positive. And there was also news today that they were going to be showing some movies that privy to the Disney and Pixar, which is good. And like I said, when we talked about the popcorn, Adam Aaron is continuously trying to revolutionize their business model and build new streams of revenue. So let's take one last look at the charts to see where we stand. I do see probably a little sell-off beginning to happening, and let's see, if what he can say on the earnings call. I wanted to make this video quickly as soon as they came out. Like I said, we're holding very, very well, still above this trend line. So guys, that's it for this video. A great addition to the monster earnings season we've already had. Last thing I will quickly mention to you, this was an amazing play we had today, ticker symbol PPSI, benefiting off the infrastructure plays. You have ChargePoint, which did well. Same thing, a little bit of a buy the rumor type thing in pre-market, a little sell the news, it come back. Blink was even stronger. This one, and I hope if you guys are watching this in the group, this one was a big miss. I really thought I'd put this one on the pre-market notes, but I did not. But it was massive. Like I said, it curled right here about $34, went all the way up to $40. That one was great as well. So just a couple plays that we had. But guys, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.